Morbid Facts, Part 194. In 1981, Johnny Cash got into a fight with an ostrich at his exotic animals refuge near his Tennessee home. The incident left Cash with multiple broken ribs and a deep stomach wound that nearly killed him. As a result of the pain pills he was prescribed, he slipped back into a drug addiction years after overcoming them. When Congressman Charlie Wilson was 13, his neighbor Chuck Hazard poisoned his dog by mixing glass into its food. Years later, when Hazard was running for office, Wilson drove 96 people to the polls by telling them how Hazard had killed his dog. Hazard ended up losing by 16 votes. Robert McGowan was sitting in his garage when he was rushed by 4 men trying to steal his car. As he was being beaten, he told them the car keys were in his house, so they quickly ran inside. What they didn't expect to find was the man's 80-pound pit bulls, rescue dogs that nobody wanted, which Robert described as the kindest dogs you'll ever know, but will protect their home and owner with finesse. The dogs sent the men running and stood over their injured owner until help arrived.
Breaking news as King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. Charles has suffered with a lot of different medical problems, neck pain, broken ribs and sausage fingers known as dactylitis. Now in recent weeks it came out that Charles was going into hospital for an emergency medical procedure which he went in for just over a week ago now. Apparently on his prostate, so people feared that he may have had a bigger problem such as prostate cancer. However, it has now been confirmed that the king does not have prostate cancer, but they did find another type of cancer. The type of cancer has not been released to the public yet, but apparently the king has started to undergo weekly medical procedures, of course regular treatment for the condition. Buckingham Palace have said the king is very positive about this whole situation and will be back to normal duties soon. He said he's looking forward to being back to full duty as soon as possible. However, he has postponed or cancelled all sort of public engagements. It's now expected other senior royals will step in his place for the time being until his treatment is done. So wishing him a speedy recovery, but of course we don't know what's going to happen here, so make sure you hit that follow button, and as always I will keep you updated.
This looks like an alien. This looks like an extraterrestrial. There are a series of photos of this creature being posted all over the internet. The story about these photos and this creature is wild. A man in Central America is claiming he found this in the country of Peru. According to him, somewhere near the Nazca lines. And when he found this, he put it in some kind of jar, and he's got it on display for people to decide for themselves what it is. And there are a bunch of different pictures of this thing. Now, I don't know much about this because it just came out. But like I said, these pictures, these images, and this story is starting to pop up all over the internet. And the man who found this creature, whatever it is ready to share the images and show people what he found. Now, does this look like an alien? Yeah, it could be. Then again, it could be something else. I'm just showing these pictures so people can decide for themselves. Okay, Booshkis, shabadoo.
Gelatinous creature was discovered by a jogger on the side of a road.
I don't see any scales. I certainly don't see any hair. It almost has kind of a gelatinous look to it. It's kind of slimy, kind of pale, gray, or silver.
Because of its strange shape and form, many on social media have suggested it could be a baby alien creature.
Look at this, you guys. This right here is undeniable proof. This was sent to me from a Reddit group that plants mushrooms. These are people that plant mushrooms, and an 80-year-old lady from East London.
That look like the same thing from the previous video, don't it? Or am I tripping?
Came across this in her mushroom garden. Look at that, y'all. Y'all, that's not a mushroom, is it? Look at this. Look at that, y'all. Check this out. Look. What the hell? Look at the anatomy of this thing, right? This is more proof than what we have been getting from the government when they be showing us these little clay figures that they be making in the lab. But I took a little video of it to show you guys and give you guys a little closer look. Look at that, y'all. Look at its face. Looks evil, huh? Very evil. Got the big head, just like the Alien versus Predators. Look at that. And here is another angle of it. Oh my God, look at the nose, y'all. Oh wow. It's got a big snout. Man, it just looks evil. very, very evil. What do you guys think? Y'all, that is the most realist. You know, we have discernment, you guys. We really have discernment. That's why we don't be believing the stuff that the government be showing, these quote-unquote aliens they be showing us. But that looks like a real alien. That looks like a real figure. Weird appendages and all this type of things. Like, so what do you guys think it is, you guys? Please let us know down in the comments below and share this video. We gotta know what's going on. Reddit, let us talk to us. Let us know what's going on. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. And yeah, that is right there is super interesting. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do. Y'all keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube.
If I stumble across something like that, my eyes will probably pop out of my head. What y'all think that is? Maybe a genetic mutation or something? I don't know.
About the object in Greenland? A couple of you, okay. Well, for those of you that don't know, there is a spacecraft that has melted out of the ice in Greenland. As you know, the North Pole has melted completely. You can go from London to Moscow or to Russia by going over the North Pole now. All the ice cap is gone. The last place that has ice on it was Greenland. Greenland had a 18,000-foot ice cap on it. Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. People that lived in it were called the Mois. You draw a straight line from the spacecraft to the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., through the Yucatan Peninsula, Great Pyramid, and Mitsubishi, then ends up on Easter Island where the Mois have been dug out of the dirt. The heads on Easter Island? Well, 2 years ago, they finally went ahead and they excavated, and they're all 65 to 85-foot people, full-body parvies. And these were the people that lived in the spacecraft that was uncovered that's melting out of the ice in Greenland. So when you think we've been alone, these people have been up there for 50,000 years. The spacecraft is still active after 50,000 years. It has a 200-mile dampening field where no electrons can flow into it. In 1947, a B-52 bomber flew into that pattern, into the dampening field, when trying to fly between Maine and London. As a result of that, they lost power and crashed in Greenland. As they sent in rescue B-52 bombers to rescue them, they hit that same dampening field, but they veered off. They just ricocheted off of it. And by testing, trying to get to these guys, they were able to bring a circumference and find out that there was an object 200 miles to the center of this field.
200 miles?
On the southwest corner of Greenland, there is a small community. It's the only community in the island of Greenland. That community is a military post, CIA, that uses a compressed air generator to operate diesel engines to run a Caterpillar to run back and forth 200 miles from the base to the object in Greenland. A lot of our technology comes from the reverse engineering of the spacecraft. It is still functional and is still in operation. So it's pretty important what this thing is. All the nations worldwide are up there with the United Nations, and we're all working together. Point is that we're not alone out here in this universe. Now, how many...
A 200-mile long UFO? That's insane. I bet there's all kind of stuff buried underneath the ice in the ground. For him saying that this was the reason for the ice age, I think it's kind of reaching, unless he knows something. Like, how do you know?
No words. What is going on? Look at this. Look at it! What is this? And I mean, look. These things are now popping up everywhere. Everywhere. They don't look like a UFO or a craft. They don't look like none of that. I'm pretty freaking sure these are literal fallen angels, demonic angels, which is why they look so weird and interdimensional. Like, they look weird, fuzzy. And yes, they are real. Back to the video. They look so evil, and there's so many different kinds of them popping up everywhere. They are everywhere.
Different.
And this as well does not look like a craft or a UFO. I think this one looks like a real angel. We are getting ready to see some crap. There's wonders in the sky, and they're not all good wonders. Like I said, we're getting ready to see some crap.
The only thing that can protect you from what's coming is Jesus Christ. That's it. That's it. And at the same time, we're seeing all these fallen angels and these evil entities in the sky. We have a doomsday fish coming up in Taiwan. They only come up before total disaster strikes. You better get spiritually ready for what you're about to see. The Bible says men's hearts will fail them for what comes upon the earth, and it's coming quick.
不对，那不是，你过来看，你过来看，你在镜头里看，它真的是 UFO。
幸好刚你停在这儿，我想往那边看了两眼，我没走。
哎，这绝对这。
Come to fetch me.
No, what are you talking about?
I want to. Another one is disappeared.
我能看到它右边还有一个。这已经是 iPhone 的极限了。
我的手机会跑远。
No, this is not a reflection. This is an object flying.
Did y'all hear about these new outrageous laws like you can get criminalized and get a fine or even go to jail for gathering with 2 or more people? And plenty other outrageous laws too. Here's another crazy one. Any face coverings is criminalized. Yeah, whether that be a hoodie, bandana, or even religious attire. Yeah, gatherings of 2 or more people, you can get criminalized if the police deems an area to be high risk. Now they can just arrest you if they suspect you might commit a crime. Yeah, they can kill car chase suspects now, regardless whether they're guilty or innocent. Interesting. Fears now cause for arrest. So somebody makes somebody else scared, now they can get arrested. I could definitely see a Karen using this in their Pokemon card package. Now we have to show our papers? If not, you getting arrested? That definitely reminds me of that Phineas and Ferb episode where Doofus Smurf took over. Or the last crazy one, if you drop your gun, that's now an extra charge. See right here, they said if you get shot by the police and you drop your gun, it's gonna be a longer sentence. So it's another crime because you dropped the gun. And this is why it's important for us to pay attention to the laws that they be just dropping, because what do they got going on? No, seriously, like now you can arrest somebody just because they're scared of you. Let me know what y'all think about this browser playing in the comment. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
Hey, it's already nerve-wracking dealing with 12 out here. I can be doing absolutely nothing, but if I see the popo come up behind me, instant anxiety. All these rules, we know what community they targeting.
This has to be the craziest deepfake scam I've ever read about. A finance worker at a multinational firm paid out $25 million after fraudsters used AI to create an entire meeting's worth of fake people, including a deepfake of the CFO, the UK company the fraudsters were impersonating. The company that got scammed, I believe, is based in Hong Kong. The finance worker who got scammed was initially kind of suspicious of it all. He received a strange email from the CFO at the UK-based firm. However, he put aside his doubts after having a video call with the team because all of the people on the call looked and sounded just like the colleagues that he had recognized. Every person in the video conference call was fake. For what it's worth, I don't think we're going to be stuck in this deepfake nightmare forever. It's going to take a lot of changes in protocols to how AI products are made and released, just to authentication on the internet, and a laundry list of other things.
What's happening right now on this planet is something called natural selection, where nature is going to select those people that she wants to be on this new earth or this new planet. Natural selection can be kind of similar to the rapture. People hear about the rapture and people being pulled up to the heavens from Jesus or from God, but we're talking about something that's really happening right now. It's the natural selection. So many people are going to wake up and so many other people are going to stay asleep. This is natural selection. I want to say we had since 2012 to wake up. We had since 2012 to clean our bodies out, to be vegans, to be one with nature, to try to understand what is spirituality. But a lot of us don't get it. A lot of us don't get it because a lot of us are not supposed to wake up. They had this new technology that just came out called Pro Vision or Apple Pro Vision. This vision is going to blind so many people, and it's going to put a blockage in front of their pineal gland so they can never wake up. This technology was created from demonic energies or demonic forces. We hear the stories about the fallen angels, the jinns, the demons, the archons. We hear the same story over and over with different names. And they are creating technology to trap us deeper into a matrix. Remember, they created the first matrix with technology. This is their third matrix they are now creating with technology. Now we keep hearing about software upgrades, software updates. People are the software upgrades and the software updates. It's the people. It's not the cell phones. It's not the laptops. It's not the computers. People is the new form of technology. So natural selection is a real thing. That's why you keep hearing people say, get out of the matrix, get out of the matrix. The matrix is the circuit board or the cities. Anytime there's a crowded place with a lot of people, that is an energy draining system. Get out of that and get back to nature. So this natural selection is going on. A lot of people want to know, how am I going to be selected, or how do I know if I'm going to be selected? Nature will tell you. That inner voice you hear within your body, it will tell you. When birds and bees and insects start coming near you, or they want to land on you, that's letting you know that you're vibing back with nature once again.
That's pretty deep. I know the earth probably got a process of cleaning itself. Storms, hurricanes, wherever the case may be. But I think it's just a natural thing.
The taller you go up, the more energy that is present. You know, and if you think about this, after 15 feet, you can light up a small light bulb. So if you think about every single street light that's out on the streets right now, those can run for free just by being 15 feet and above. So the question is why are we paying for any of these things? In reality, you can see that a lot of these things are all free, you know.
I mean, yeah, when you look at cables and stuff, it always goes under the ground and submarine. I mean, internet cables and the communication cables all go under the submarine. But why have we all these electronic pylons, you know, from a sort of energy, what do you call it? Energy plant, and all these. I think they're just plucking free energy out of the bees.
That's what I was going to say. I think that's what's happening, because electricity is supposed to be the vibration. That's what electricity is supposed to be. It's a very high vibration. You know, 60 hertz running back and forth between your house, or by you, 220 hertz running back and forth by, you know, with your house. So you just have this very high vibration going back and forth. But if you could tap into that vibration of the earth, then yes, you could get free energy.
So this whole time we been getting ripped off? Hey, knowledge is power. If they know something and we don't, they can charge.
These are some morbid facts about Steve Jobs. When Steve was 23, he had a daughter named Lisa, but denied that he was the father for several years. A paternity test even confirmed that he was the father, but he continued to deny this until his baby mama took him to court. Steve was notorious for parking in handicapped spaces when he couldn't find a close enough spot. Jobs believed that his commitment to vegan diets meant that his body was flushed of mucus and therefore free of body odors. So he rarely wore deodorant or even showered, thinking that he didn't need to, and his former workers were quoted saying that he was very, very wrong about this idea. While preparing for his role in the movie Jobs, Ashton Kutcher tried Steve's fruitarian diet but had to stop after having problems with his pancreas. It's likely no coincidence that Steve Jobs himself ended up dying of pancreatic cancer. Steve reportedly could have avoided dying from the cancer by having it properly treated, but he refused to go for 9 months, believing that a naturopathic diet would be the better route. According to reports, it was one of Steve's biggest life regrets.
Crazy Mandela effects that I can guarantee you have not seen before. Some of these are just absolutely insane. Let's have a look at Disney films. Now, I'm sure you have all seen a Disney film at some point in your life, right? Probably was your whole childhood. Now, one thing I always remember about Disney films was Tinkerbell going over and dotting the I. Well, guess what? It never happened. Never happened. What the fuck? Next up, in Snow White, you probably remember the very, very famous line. You've probably quoted it throughout your whole life. Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who's the fairest of them all, right? Everyone knows that. What if I told you she never said that? Never said that. Instead, it was magic mirror on the wall. Like, what? I don't remember that. Now, this is a big one, and this comes to emojis. So, tons and tons of people remember seeing a robber emoji and a hiker emoji. But of course, they never existed. Millions of people say they remember these, and I genuinely do. The hiker kind of, but the robber one, I swear I used that when I was younger. So, this one's crazy, probably for the slightly older people. Tons and tons of people remember a film called Shazam with Sinbad in it. That is, everyone remembers this film, right? Tons of people say, I've seen that, it was out. But it never existed, so how was that just in our minds? Like, what? I mean, there are tons more of these, and it's just absolutely crazy. But here's my theory on what they actually are. What if the Mandela effect is essentially just a huge gaslighting experiment by higher powers? So this stuff was actually real, then they remove it to see how quickly we can be manipulated in thinking it wasn't ever there. One key example is Fruit of the Loom. There's tons of Mandela effects about that, one of the main ones being the cornucopia in the logo. People say it was there, people say it wasn't. And obviously it came out, no, there never has been. Until a woman was going through her old clothes, literally found it in the logo. Like, how do you explain that? So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, hit that follow button for more and I'll see you in the next one.
Claim it. So here's my definition of what wellness means to me. This is my definition, not yours, just an idea, because you're going to be defining it for yourself. Wellness to me means all things in balance. And balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times. Wrong shoes.
Looks like wind in this video, didn't
Say, do you love me? I tell her hardly. I only love my.
Dude, I hate working night shift. They got me cleaning up all this broken glass.
Calling cat.
If 8 billion people stood side by side. This is crazy.
Yo, that's already a lot of people. Can you imagine if they gathered everybody up all together like that? Just to do an experiment? That's wild. You know what? Let's just gather everybody up like that and let me just play around with the rest of the world. Let's just do it like that. What y'all think?
TikTok is probably going to take this down, so you need to listen to this video. This man is about to reveal something that Big Pharma have been hiding from me for so many years. Please share it with someone that you love, care, and respect, and this is for educational purposes only.
Root cause of every single disease known to man, and it's probably not actually what you're thinking. It's not the food, it's not the air, it's not the poisons, it's none of that stuff. It's inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of every single disease known to man. Now,
He just exposed something that your doctors won't even tell you. The fact that inflammation, not mucus, is the cause to all these diseases. And not a lot of people realize that they are giving themselves inflammation by having such a poor diet. Eating out every single day, having McDonald's is the main reason why you are sick right now. So if you really want to heal your body and get rid of inflammation, here's what you need to do. This substance is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory things that you can take for your body. Not only that, but it literally gives your body every nutrient that you're deficient of. There is no need for multivitamins when you are taking this because it gives you over 84 essential minerals. And that exact stuff is called Shilajit. Don't you guys find it weird how this has literally been hidden from us for so long? Like, we didn't know anything about this. And I'm telling you guys this, they do not make money where there are healthy patients. They are only able to make a profit if you are sick and weak. That is why it is our duty to break free from big pharma medication and actually invest in natural remedies. I've linked the Shilajit at the top of my profile to get rid of that inflammation. Make sure to invest quickly because it is all nearly out of stock.
Well, it seems the Simpsons did it again and predicted what happens in the future. Check this out.
Like always.
So they're wearing the goggles, Apple Vision. They're walking around using this virtual reality in their current reality. They're pretending to drink a drink, to have conversations, pretending to be with somebody else.
Like the Apple Vision.
As you see right here, Simpsons enjoying each other while they're with each other in a virtual world. As you can see here, we showed previously, all these folks, they're using this technology in their own reality to enhance the reality. In fact, it might be enhancing them in working out, walking around as you go around and navigate through your environment. But what are we doing, folks? This is something that we can learn from, enhance our reality, or is it something that's going to hinder us from moving forward in our future? As you see, the gentleman is probably pulled over for driving around with the goggles. There's 2 cops there. I don't know if they actually pulled him over, but I don't know. What do y'all think about this, man? This is something that's new. It's going to be trending for the next few years, and let's see what it does to our society.
Hey, it won't be long till we walk outside and 1 in 5 people have one of these on. I can see it becoming a norm pretty soon, even though people look at it. But that's the way everything goes. It seems like when technology first come out, people start frowning against it. But then you look up, everybody jumped aboard the ship. But I hate for people to get so used to this virtual reality world to when they take it off, they be depressed over the real world.
What is a Pineapple Express? For those of you on the West Coast who are currently getting railed by Mother Nature, you've probably heard someone mention that it's a Pineapple Express, named after its Hawaiian origins, which is weird because pineapples aren't native to Hawaii. They're originally from South America. A Pineapple Express is an atmospheric river that originates around Hawaii. Atmospheric rivers are long, narrow channels of water vapor in the sky, and there are around 4 to 5 of them at any given point all over the world, though most are around the equator. People don't normally like these storms, and for good reason, but they're responsible for 30 to 50% of the West Coast water supply and carry twice the amount of water flow as the Amazon River. These rivers can be anywhere from 250 to 1,000 miles long, which means the storms can last for a few days, dumping as much as 5 inches of rain in a day, which is the equivalent of 5 feet of snow in the mountains. The West Coast mountains act as a barrier, preventing the rest of the country from receiving these high winds and crazy rain. So it all gets dumped here. As global temperatures rise and these form near the equator above warm water, this will happen more often.
This lady's right here outside. When she puts her phone in a certain spot, it's like it's some kind of interference. What do y'all think?
She might need to get an EMF tester or something. I ain't never had that happen with my phone.
Right there. What the heck is going on?
Have y'all had any troubles like this with y'all phone? Let me know in the comments. Maybe it's just time for an upgrade. Who knows? Cause you know how they do when they want you to upgrade to a new phone, everything slow down, don't it? And start messing up.
Why does it do that only there?
Maybe it's like a defense mechanism to block out wherever's up there in the sky. What y'all think? Yo, that is trippy.
Oh, God, it's so cold.